You know that podcast episode that I did a couple of days ago about when Nickelodeon went downhill? Yeah, well, guess what? That was a lie. That was a big, big fat lie. In fact, I have a confession to make. I think that modern Nick is a million times better than classic Nick. Don't believe me? Well, that's why I decided to give you my top 10 reasons why modern Nick is better than classic Nick. Let's get started. Number 10. Nickelodeon is modernized. They don't need to worry about stupid crap like Nickelodeon magazine or any of those dumb little books that they would release from time to time. I mean, come on. You knowing Nickelodeon's history or knowing about a certain Nicktoon or knowing about how much money that they've made over the decades? Pfft, please. Everybody can just go on Wikipedia and just look up that stuff up. After all, Wikipedia is the best place to go to know about that kind of knowledge. Books are irrelevant. Nobody cares about books. And Nickelodeon has known about this. That's why they canceled the subscription to Nickelodeon magazine. Until a whole bunch of pretentious, nostalgic, whining bitches decided to rant about it, saying that they want it back, and now it is back. Way to go. Number 9. The new logo. Come on, let's be honest. The Splat logo was dated. I mean, it just looks so sloppy and messy and just, ugh. I mean, Nickelodeon's all about being pristine and all about being clean. That's why they had to change the logo. I mean, look at it. Look at the font. The font is modern. It's cool. It's hip. They kept the orange. I mean, that's not enough for you? That's not enough for you guys? Just seriously. Be appreciative. Oh, and speaking of which, number 8. Yeah, they got rid of the slime. No need for the goopy, yucky, messy slime. I mean, that just gets in the way. That gets stuck in your hair. You have to shower like 6 hours at a time in order for you to rinse the stuff off. Nickelodeon was smart in not doing this in any of their shows. Sure, they do it once in a while in the Kids' Choice Awards, but look at all those people. I'm sure they let the audience stay afterwards and help clean that mess up. Who would want to be slimed? Nobody would. That's why they got rid of it. Because they're smart like that. Number 7. The online shows they're bringing into TV. We've all been wanting a show that was similar to all that ever since its cancellation in 2005. And we got it with Nick Studio 10. Nick Studio 10 has some of the most hilarious jokes that had ever been featured. I mean, come on. You know, fart in a jar, that's like our version of Dick in a Box. It's brilliant! And Awesomeness TV, all those amazing skits that they performed, and Danielle Monet, best female host in Summer Sanders, you know what I'm saying? And Webheads, totally an underrated game show. I mean, it features some of the coolest videos ever. And Carlos Pena from Big Time Rush, hot and awesome. And everybody's be all hating about React to that. Come on, React to that is awesome. I mean, it's kind of like cool to have, you know, going through the same experiences you're going through when you're watching videos, except you get to watch it on TV. It's like you have a 2-in-1 deal. It's perfect. And Nickelodeon is going to continue doing that when PewDiePie is going to have his own new show coming up in 2016. Number 6. No more of those stupid game shows. Seriously, if you want to watch game shows, go watch the Game Show Network. That's what it's there for. No kid wants to watch any game shows. It just wastes a whole bunch of time when you could be watching shows such as SpongeBob. You know, the game shows were all lame. Always asking a whole bunch of educational questions. I mean, come on. If I want to learn about something educational, then I'd go back to frickin' school or something. Nope, game shows are not required. Unless you're 80 plus years old, game shows are not needed for Nickelodeon. Number 5. The plots and concepts for TV shows are so much better. I mean, come on. You know, with Bella and the Bulldogs, a concept about a female playing football. That's never been done before. That is such an original idea. As opposed to what? Clarissa Explains It All, an everyday life of a kid. Pfft, please. If I want to know the everyday life of a kid, I go and hang out with my friends or something and just talk about how their life is going, which is boring. Not to mention the Haunted Hathaways, where there's a family living with a bunch of ghosts. I mean, original. No other show has ever done that before. As opposed to a show like, Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, in which it just shows you tips and tricks about school. Again, if I want to know about tips and tricks about school, I go to school, or I read a book. Oh wait, books are stupid now, so you look it up online. Wikipedia. Best reliable source ever. Shameless plug. And not to mention their cartoons are so original. I mean, a bunch of ducks delivering bread. Isn't that the best idea ever? As opposed to what? A bunch of talking beavers? Seriously, you ripped off Angry Birds. Shame on you. Yeah, for all you 90s Nick fans complaining about the new shows, at least they're being original. Give them a chance. What's the worst that could happen? You actually liking them? Pfft, pretentious hipsters. Number 4. There's actual budget in these shows. I mean, go ahead and look back on any Nickelodeon show that's been out for the past 30 years. Oh God, the strings. The strings. Oh, look at this. There's no HD. Where's the HD? It's just 2D animation? Ugh, snore. And really, I can tell that is so fake looking. Where did you film that, in your garage? And seriously, look at this guy. Puppets? Who uses puppets? Oh, jeez. Hello? Hey, the 1950s called. They want you back. You don't belong here. Take a look at the newest episode of Henry Danger. You can definitely tell that they put in a lot of effort into these effects. So awesome! It's just as good as any movie from Marvel. You 90s Nick fans, sure you have your little quirky, little charming shows in which they had to work with what they had. Well, that's nothing. We got the latest state-of-the-art, widescreen, HD content. You ain't got nothing on us. Number 3, the actors are so much cuter. I mean, look at this guy. Has he ever heard of a brush? It looks like he woke up from bed, got dressed, and just came into the studio. Laziness at its finest. And look at this girl. What's with her? Braces? Really? Braces? Nobody wants to see a kid with messy hair or braces or outdated clothes. We want to see good-looking people with perfect hair, perfect teeth, and nice skin. I mean, after all, that's what we admire to be. We don't want to be us. We want to be them. That's what Nickelodeon does. They don't want to show people relatable. They want to show people who are perfect, like Hollywood. Number 2, the content of Nickelodeon shows has been the best in a long time. You know how Nickelodeon used to showcase, one show every 30 minutes? Ugh. What if there's a show on a certain time period that you don't want to watch? What if you just want to binge watch a particular show in a few hours just so you can get your fill? I mean, that's why they run SpongeBob all the time, because kids want to see SpongeBob. I mean, they don't want to see this, what is this, Rugrats? Who wants to see a bunch of talking babies? Really? I mean, all they just say is goo goo gaga, and they just poo in their pants and they cry. Seriously, where are the subtitles? I don't understand what they're saying. Kids want to see shows that are geared towards them. That's what it's all about. Shows such as Nicky, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn. For all the kids who have, multiple siblings. The adults have 19 kids and counting. We have Nicky, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn. Nickelodeon is catering towards today's kids. And speaking of which, my number 1 reason why modern Nick is better than classic Nick is that the people who are working on Nickelodeon now, they care about the kids. They care about today's kids. They put out so much amazing original content, and you can tell that they are really passionate about what they're doing. They don't care about the shows that came out 20 or 30 years ago. Nobody gives a crap about that. That's why they try to push it to the side and never bring it up again, because nobody wants to watch that stupid crap. Not to mention that because of that new content, Nickelodeon is making more money and getting more viewers than ever, so they can be able to release some new original content that will make it stay for more years to come. And that's my top 10 reasons on why modern Nick is better than classic Nick. I know a lot of people are going to be pissed off at me for saying this, but guess what? I don't care. For the 2 people who actually do care and are agreeing with me, let me know in the comments below what the main reasons why you think that modern Nick is awesome. Tune in next time, as I'm going to be giving an in-depth reason on how Sanjay and Craig is turning into the next Abbott and Costello. So, we'll see you next time.